Yo people, what's happening? And welcome to Sealy Mag, the digital magazine that brings you up close and personal to inspire. Now, I go by the name of Sealy, and in this episode, we're going to be catching up with one of the Premier League's hottest stars. Check it out. So Jan, thank you so much for joining us again. As you know, we try to bring people up close and personal to inspire. Can you just bring it back to where it all started for yourself?
Well, for me, now going back, it all started in Malta. You know, obviously playing semi-pro in London, but then I've had an opportunity to go Malta, which wasn't, you know, easy for myself, but an opportunity to play football, and it was one that, you know, I couldn't refuse. You know, a chance to play something similar to professional football. They call it amateur out there, but you know, it is a good standard. Right.
Where was you playing semi-pro in London?
I was at Hillingdon Borough. Right. For like 3 years, so playing Sunday league football for Hillingdon, midweek football, as you would know as well. And floating in the first team and reserves, plus going to like an academy college where they play during the week, so their football, like literally, probably had a match every day. I'd say Tuesday, I'd play for the academy, you know, the college academy. Wednesday was for the under-18s Middlesex County League, and then on the Saturday was either first team or reserves, and then had a Sunday team. So
there was a lot of football from young. How old was you that time?
Well, when I started doing that, I was like 16. So I'd done that for 2 years. Right. So coming up to a season, I probably played about 60 games all in all when I think about it. But yeah, and then 18, got the chance to go out to Malta and done a trial out there, and you know, it was successful and I got in.
Right. So from 18, you can imagine not a lot of 18-year-olds will probably just up and leave to Malta.
Yeah, it was interesting because, you know, a couple of my mates were going to Plymouth at the time, and it's strange, you know, my best mate was going to Plymouth, and I was like, no, I want to try and stay in England. And my mum was kind of like, no, just go off, everyone's got their own journey. So I ended up going to Malta. You know, not a bad thing, but like my mates didn't get in, and then I come back a year after and got into Plymouth. So
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It's a crazy roller coaster, but shows you how things work, and you can't always focus on other people. You have to focus on yourself and then believe in your own journey, because everyone's got their own path.
Fantastic. So you've done your thing at Malta. Yeah. Obviously, you've kind of come back, got the move to Plymouth. Yeah. Again, another city, a different culture. How was that for you?
Well, to be fair, it didn't matter. You know, I was back in England, and I was so it didn't matter where I was really. And to be fair, to get to Malta probably took the same time to get to Plymouth. But you know, just the fact that it's a train away, or you know, you could drive, it wasn't as bad. But no, I enjoyed my time at Plymouth, and you know, obviously learnt a lot over there, you know, especially with the club going into administration, and you know, to get to the grips of football quickly. Yeah.
I just want to ask as well, what was your mindset like at the start of your career? For instance, did you always believe you was going to get to where you was now, or was it just a case of?
You know what? You know, when I went to Malta, I did say to myself, by the age of 24, you know, I want to be in the Premier League, and you know, at the time, you know, when I was, what, 22, 23, for, you know, it's not going to happen. This was on that Bristol City, in and out of the team, and it just looked like it was a long way off. And then, you know, I decided I wanted to leave Bristol City and play games. You know, I was adamant that the only way I could improve was by playing games.
1,000,000%.
You know, and I got the chance to go to Crystal Palace, and then straight away, almost going to happen. You know, we was last in the league and ended up getting promoted into the Premier League that same season. And then, yeah, my target and dream achievement that I set out to do from when I was about 19 came out.
How did that feel?
That was incredible, to be fair. You know, I was out with my brothers and stuff, you know, and, you know, I went into tears and stuff, you know. I don't know why, but, you know, and my brothers and I joined, they started crying and just, well, I almost started getting emotional, but yeah, so that's how much it meant to me, to be fair.
Definitely. Yeah. And I can imagine that all the sort of work and graft that you put in beforehand, to then get to that moment. I know we sort of jumped forward to Crystal Palace there, but we'll go back to obviously the time at Bristol City in a bit. I just want to focus on, you know, that moment there. If you can just share with, like, you know, people on the come up, you know, what that feels like and how worth it is to actually put in the graft before.
Obviously, you know, when you do achieve your target, you know, words can't explain how you feel, because if you've set out that you want to make it at a certain age and you do make it at that age, you know, especially for everything that I've gone through, you know, in and out of the team, manager saying, nah, he's not ready and this and that, you get all of this and you got to deal with all of that. And at times, don't get me wrong, it wasn't easy, it wasn't straightforward. I thought, oh, maybe these lot are right, kind of thing. And then, but I stuck to what I know and, you know, tried to express myself, and eventually I've ended up getting my target and getting it in a way that I've seen myself get it. So that's the main thing as well. Sometimes you can achieve targets, you know, and you can get there, but if you do it in your kind of style, it's even better.
Cool. Obviously your time at Bristol, I know personally it was quite tough for you. If you're going to share with us again, because, you know, it's quite a common thing, you know, people do go through hardships. You know, it's not always gravy.
Yeah, true. Well, with Bristol, obviously, when I joined Plymouth, you know, you think you're in the Championship. So I went out on loan a couple of times and then came back, played in the Championship. Plymouth got relegated to League One, so I stayed the season, played in League One, and then got the move back to Bristol City, and all of a sudden, you know, it becomes, you feel like you're coming, because my best mate was there at the time, Albert Domo, he's playing on the other side, and I was playing with him at Barnet. I thought, kind of straightforward, I'm going to come, I'm going to play on the left, he's going to play on the right, it's going to be exciting, you know, but weren't really getting a go at being in the team, and, you know, I found that really hard, and ended up, you know, training in the development group away from the team. So if you can imagine yourself, you know, being a first team player everywhere else, even in the Championship, you get relegated, go down to League One, but then you get a move back into the Championship, and then, you know, expecting to play, but you get put on the side as a development player, you know, and you've had like good amount of games under you, you know, it's not a nice feeling.
What inspired you to get out of that? I call it a rut.
No,
that low moment.
I know myself, you know, I had to work hard, and at that time there I was looking for like an edge, and obviously we both know Mustafa Carriel was seeing one of his physios at Bristol Rovers, but that physio, William Wilson, had his own clinic in Bristol, and he just told me to follow him, and I went to see what he was doing, and I kind of liked what he's doing and felt, you know, this is what I kind of need, you know, moving forward. And then from there I haven't looked back, because I knew that kind of work there would make me stronger, faster, sharper, you know, more fitter. And once I got that installed into me, you know, I turned out to being a machine, and I like all of that stuff now. So even to a point now, when I got injured and I knew I was out for 1 year, I kind of just said to myself, okay, cool, I'm out for 1 year, but it's a chance for me to get better and improve. Obviously, when you come back from a year out, it's not all just going to happen straight away, but I know in the long term, I'm confident that I'll be better than what I was before.
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
So, yeah, shouts out to Rayon, by the way, obviously. So, we go to Palace, you get your move to Everton.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, like for me, back where we're from, it was massive news, and everyone was happy as well. You know, what, I know we've kind of touched on it before with Palace, obviously getting a promotion, but like, talk to me about Everton, where you are now.
Well, to be fair, what I've achieved at Palace was kind of incredible. You know, created history with the team, getting into the FA Cup finals. Obviously, we didn't win, but you know, it's part of football. But the move to Everton, like, signified, you know, it was a level upwards,
yeah.
You know, and you know, the level that I wanted to be at, and obviously testing myself, because to be honest, I was comfortable at Palace and enjoyed my time at Palace, and I could have stayed there, you know, and just been playing week in, week out, you know. But coming to Everton, you know, with the players, you're actually testing yourself, and you're putting yourself up against, you know, some of the best in the league.
Yeah, good stuff, man. So, in terms of testing yourself, I want to kind of move into something a bit different.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, who would be, I don't know, the toughest defender you played against?
Up to date now, you know, I'd probably say it's Antonio Valencia. You know,
Really?
Yeah. If I'm at full power and he's at full power, yeah, I know it's a good game, definitely a good game for sure. But you know, I fancy myself to trouble any defender, even if I've been out for a year now. It don't matter, you know. And the fact that I'm still doing all right, you know, being a year out, I look at it as like it's a positive, because what happens when I'm gonna get 10-15% sharper, fitter? You know, what's gonna happen then? And if I'm matching them now, then good luck to them when I get sharper.
When we speak about music, who's the first artist that comes to your head?
There's a lot in it, really. I change, you know, I listen, obviously, call it the new genre now, probably call it Afro bashment kind of thing. Yeah. You know, but I listen to the UK rap. I think a lot of my music's based around the UK. Obviously, I listen to a lot of grime, I do grime myself. Yeah. But the first artist that would come to my head, it's interesting, you know, because like, when you say that, straight away everything goes out, and it just goes to that the last person that I listened to. So I think the last person that I listened to just now was probably Fredo or Mostak. You know, I like that kind of genre of music as well.
I'm a fan of Mostak, to be fair, and Fredo. And where does the inspiration of your celebrations come from?
Well, from the playground, innit?
Yeah.
When we used to do school, yeah, man, 100%.
Do you have one in line for when you next score?
Nah, I don't have one in line, you know, but probably, I don't know. I like a little like head movement, like, yeah, cool kind of thing. So we'll see, yeah. Yeah, it's just, but a lot of it's come from the playground, for sure. For sure, you know, like my liking for football, music, you know, because if we couldn't play football, everyone would be in a circle in the school playground and doing rap battles. Well, everyone knows that it's rap battles, but I'd say it's grime battles, you know, MCing battles.
Clashing.
And at that time, I weren't great, to be fair, so I couldn't really join in, but I used to listen and have a big following, like, around, like, the local areas, like, listening to all the UK artists. Yeah. So, you know, I like American music, but I'm more UK in it. I like the UK
homegrown.
Yeah.
Was you like the whippet in the playground? You just ran around everyone else, or was you?
No. I was even playing football, you know, in one circle, and I just stayed there.
Who is the best player you've played with?
In my career?
Yeah.
You mean?
We'll go played with and played against.
Oh my days. Played against, I think, the guy from Lazio. What's his name? I think it's from, I can't remember, centre midfielder Fernando, like with the Crystal Palace players Lazio, and he was just running the show from the centre, doing drag back from the centre. It was crazy. I was thinking, nah, this is too much.
Does he still play for Lazio now?
I think he went to Inter, you know, I'm not sure. I need to check
Fernando.
him out. Yeah, I need to check him out. I forgot his actual name, like, but I know his face.
Okay.
Yeah, I know his face. You know, like when someone causes you damage, like it didn't cause damage to me personally, but to the team, like, and you don't, because we used to sit back and wait as well. Yeah, he's doing chops this way, and he can ping a ball over your head that way. That way is like, it's crazy. Best player that I played with, there's a lot of good players I've played with, man. Now, there's a lot of good players, man.
Top three, make it easy.
Top three, let me see. Nah, I gotta say Rome, 100%. Like,
Really?
yeah. You put the ball in there, you know he's there, so you can count your assists up. You know, I'm confident. Like, if I would have been playing Rome the NC, I would have had 10 assists easy because he was always there. Like, you know, it's evident. You know, even the chances he misses, it still gives you confidence. Like, nah, next one he'll score, kind of thing. You know. Right. So yeah, I'd say Rome gets in the corridor. Obviously, it had a good partnership with Wilf as well. Yeah, Crystal Palace. Everyone knows about that from Championship days as well. So, say Wilf and I'm trying to think of another player. Played with him for a short period of time. I don't think many people know him, but he's like a traveller. He goes to different teams in China, Brazil, comes England, goes back out. And then Andre Moritz.
Okay.
Good number 10, yeah.
Is he still playing now?
Yeah, I don't know where though. I know I got him on Twitter somewhere, but I know he's playing somewhere. But he's always travelling. But he was at Crystal Palace with us, in the Championship. Good player, very good player. Technically, kid on the half 10, play left foot as well. You know, left foot is
nice. Yeah, but they balance different, innit?
Yeah. Like free kicks, you know, it's a goal. You know, like his free kick was like a penalty. Yeah.
Okay.
I only scored 2 in one game, so like nah, he was like a sick number 10.
So he gets your shot.
Yeah, he gets my shot.
So we're going Moritz, Zaha, Lukaku, yeah? Yeah. It's top 3. Okay, wicked. Yeah, and thank you, man. I just want to end it, like, obviously, with your plans on the future, though. Like, where do you see yourself going? Or where do you see yourself, what sort of goals have you got?
Obviously, the ambition for myself, but as a player, you know, you can't hide what you want to try and make and what you're in the football game to do. And, you know, eventually you want to play the Europa, you want to play the Champions League one day if you can. You know, and obviously that's my aim, trying to get the team there to that level. And
your last bit of advice for, you know, even like young players on the rise, you know, musicians, athletes,
anyone. Yeah, it's obviously they would know themselves. It's not a straightforward path, you know. So when you're in the down and you know, just learn from that, you know, and use that as a lesson, you know, to make yourself better. Don't use it as like a negative, and focus on your positives, because a lot of the times now I see people are trying to get their negative side better. No, try and get your positive side better, and then your negatives might shine even more. You know, you might give the negatives more chance to breathe, you know, rather than if you're trying to focus on negative, your positive starts coming down and then you're just in the middle of nowhere. Focus on your positives. The higher you go, the more negatives will leave you.
There you have it. Thank you so much, man.
Yes, big man.
Appreciate your time.
Man. Respect, man.
There you go. Wrap it up.